Alright everyone, welcome back to the NHL 2004 Franchise Mode series. We are past the midway point of January in the mode, so we're officially into 2004. And yeah, we're going to continue along. We're playing the second half of a back-to-back against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're coming off the 4-2 victory against them the day before. Potvin still going to stay in the net, as I mentioned in the last episode. And the second half of this episode is going to feature us back at home against the Montreal Canadiens. As you can see, we kind of flip back and forth pretty evenly for the rest of the mode between home and away. So after a really, really long road trip back here, I think it was 8 games total, or 7 maybe. No, it was 8 total. So a lot of, like a big road trip at that point for us. That was pretty successful at the end of the day. But we're coming off the 3-2 win on the road against Buffalo and the 4-2 win against the Leafs. I believe we're kind of firmly in third place in the conference, leading that Atlantic division now. And there's not really much to update at this point. Yeah, we're just kind of rolling through. This is kind of the lull time in the schedule. There's nothing really coming across the docket here for the next little while. We're just trying to make sure we can solidify and stay firmly in the playoff race. Our biggest thing is, making sure we keep the lead in the division, because we're in a division that looks like at the end of the day it might produce just one playoff team, and that will be the division leader. Which I think in 2004 probably wasn't the case with this division. I think there was 2 teams in the playoffs for sure. New Jersey would have been the other one. Pretty sure New Jersey was in the playoffs this year. I haven't. Maybe I can go find a bracket for the 2004 Stanley Cup playoffs. So as you guys can see there, it'll be up on the screen in the video for you guys. This was actually the CBC Hockey Night in Canada bracket completed from the 2004 playoffs. And just taking a look, like the Islanders, Flyers, and the Devils all made the playoffs. So 3 teams out of our division in real life actually made the playoffs in this season. And of course, us, the Flyers, we made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Final against the eventual Cup winners, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And this was also kind of the miracle run year for the Calgary Flames as well. But nevertheless, yeah, like 3 teams actually made the playoffs out of the Atlantic Division. I guess the division that was super underrepresented was actually the, I guess the Southeast. At this time, is it called Southeast? I don't even remember what it's called. I've become so used to the old Southeast Division, yeah. I believe it was just Tampa. Tampa made the playoffs out of this division in 2004. So Tampa, I believe, was first in the conference. So they were first, and no other teams made this. Washington was about to draft Alexander Ovechkin. Atlanta was just a bad team at this time. Florida, I don't even know. And Carolina they would probably be looked at as a surprise team to miss, considering, well, they're going to win a cup in 2 years, and they came off a cup finals appearance 2 years prior. So we're seeing that kind of be flipped in the game. So 3 teams in the Atlantic Division in real life made the playoffs, and only 1 in the Southeast. Meanwhile, the Southeast currently has 3. I know for sure Tampa, Washington, and Atlanta are all in the playoff spot right now. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for any preview or anything like that. We just came off playing Toronto, so we know exactly where they are in the league. We know where we are. I think what we'll do is probably take a look at... I think we took a look at Montreal in the last episode, but I'll do it again before the next... before we get into the Montreal game, I should say. But with that, let's just get right into the Leafs game, get Potvin back in there. And let's go play at the ACC. All right, so we're here at the Air Canada Centre, now known as Scotiabank Place? Scotiabank Arena. Scotiabank Place was Ottawa's for a time there. And playing again against the Toronto Maple Leafs. As I came into this game, of course, Potvin's still fatigued, as he was last game. Ooh, Verbata got crushed there. So Potvin's still fatigued, but one big thing is Simon Gagne is on a hot streak now, and it's given him the speedy, like that speed, agility, or whatever it is boost. and he now has a shooting one too, so should be pretty good for him. I wonder if he won't have it though, based on we're still on the road, because I know Amonte's right there and he doesn't even have his, which is... Ooh, Domi gets hit by Verbata there. Oh, Nolan going to the box. Oh no, Recky's, or not Recky, Gani's got both actually. It's pretty impressive. Wouldn't want to see Gani on the hero unit. Oh. So what's interesting too is we're seeing Belfour back in the net as well for the Leafs, which I think is more chalked up to the fact that I don't think the game, manages back-to-back situations very well. I would just assume. Oh, Gagne! Oh man, he's so fast. I love it. Gagne is unreal. When he hits his full potential, it's gonna be crazy. Another one. I feel like 90% of the penalties are all like hooking calls and stuff. Oh, nice chance. Oh, what a snipe! Keith Tkachuk. I didn't even see it go in. We're gonna actually see the replay on that one. Oh yeah, that's just a perfect snipe off the post. Oh, another one almost went. Good stop by Potvin off Roberts. Kim Janssen has like some of the best poke checks that I've seen so far in this game. Oh, McGillney. Nice stop by Potvin, man. Even though Potvin, as he makes another save, even though Potvin has been like his numbers are kind of ridiculous in comparison to the rest of the league, like he's actually been that good. Like the goalie boost is now off. He's really just been that good of a goaltender in this, like a complete diamond in the rough to sign in this game. Oh yeah, nice. Kapanen off the bench. Oh, and Belfour pretty much stopped the whole thing on that one too. So the end of the first, we get a late goal from Kapanen there with 8 seconds to go, and the Tkachuk power play marker, and we are rolling. Leafs still end up with 10 shots, but those penalties have been killing them so far in the game. Oh man, Belfour's having a rough game out here. It's 2 goals in a row where he's had, like he had no chance on the Tkachuk goal, but the last two, the Kapanen goal and that one, he should have had. Oh, Bears a nice chance. Ooh, Kapanen in again with a chance. So there we go, the end of the second. Pretty much the domination, like we're just dominating. But I mean, at least still have 19 shots on goal. Potvin's having a really good game, stopping some like really good chances from Sundin, Roberts, McGillney, Nolan, everybody. It is a quiet third period. I mean, like in real life, all the businessmen would have left ACC by now, so it makes sense. Oh, the hero line for the Leafs out now. Okay, that's interference. There we go. Four 0, last minute of the third. This has been just a dominating game. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. That one probably wasn't necessary, but I figured I'd take a shot anyway. Belfour having a rough go. They're going to pull him with 2 seconds left? Come on. So a 5-0 win. We got outshot at the end of the day, too, which is pretty impressive by the Leafs to actually get that many shots. But even more impressive is Felix Potvin records another shutout, stops 31 shots against a lethal offensive team in the Toronto Maple Leafs. 3 stars of the game, Radim Verbata, a goal and an assist. Tony Amane had 3 assists in this game. I didn't even know that. He gets that 5-0 goal right at the end of the game. And then, of course, the first star, Felix Potvin, 31 stops. He keeps making his bid for the Vezina Trophy. So that game marked Potvin's league-leading 7th shutout. It brings him up to a .936 save percentage. And of any goalie who's played games, like a lot of games this season, he's played 31, man. Hackett down here. Hackett was on our team, so I think these numbers are just a tiny bit inflated. And then Javi Bullen here, who's got a .906. He's in a whole different landscape right now in terms of goaltending. And I mean, like, if he doesn't win the Vezina Trophy and keeps these numbers up, I don't even know how to go about it. So coming out of that game, we are sitting still 3rd in the conference. I don't think we're gonna, like, there's a pretty big gap here for us to catch up to Boston or Tampa in terms of 1st or 2nd. But we're still pretty good here. New Jersey sitting 7th now. The Rangers kind of coming up as a playoff team as well here. Montreal's the team that's actually dropped out of the playoff race. And I still got to talk about it. Ottawa is such a weird team in this. They didn't finish 1st in the NHL. I think they finished 4th or 5th. I believe it'd be 5th because they ended up playing the Leafs in the first round and didn't have home ice advantage. I know that much. But this is a team that just won the President's Trophy the last season, like the season before this. And one of the best teams. They got a heartbreaking elimination against the New Jersey Devils in the conference final. Jeff Friesen, that goal. Still hate Jeff Friesen for it to this day. But it's kind of just a shock that they're this bad. The Islanders were also a way better team this season. Chris Osgood in net, I believe, for them. I'm pretty sure he was in the net for them at this time. So a lot of weird stuff happening in this. The Rangers actually were quite a bit lower. This is kind of when the Rangers spent all the money in the world. I think this was like around the time where they spent like $120 million on players and couldn't win. They signed everybody. They signed like Pavel Bure, Bobby Holik, Eric Lindros. Yager came around at this time too. I know he's still in Washington right now, but like I think next season is when he jumps ship. It's just kind of wild that we're seeing like some of this. And also Montreal was a better team too. Montreal would actually go on to beat Boston in the first round, and I assume what was probably a 2-7 matchup. So anyways, looking at Montreal as we preview the next game, we're going to head into that one. 22-22, 2-1, 47 points. They have 127 against, which looks to be one of the biggest goal. Yeah, they have more than like the Islanders and stuff. Not by much, but they are getting scored on at a ridiculous pace right now. And that's, if you go back to, I don't even know how many episodes ago it would be at this time. Probably at least 10 or 11 episodes from now. We played Montreal, and it was after they made that Jose Theodore trade. So I believe they're still running probably Matthew Giron as their goaltender. As you can see here, for some reason, I haven't even taken a look at the Anaheim Ducks, but if the Anaheim Ducks running a 94 overall Jaguar and a 92 overall Theodore aren't one of the best teams defensively in the league, I have no idea what to go on with this team. But of course, that trade was made for I believe Oates and Ozelinch were a part of that 71 overall for Adam Oates. That's crazy. And I think Prospel was also involved in the deal. Probably Peter Sikora too. So that was like a 4, and I don't even know who else was in there. But yeah, 74 overall. The last time we played Montreal was JF Domfus was in the game. He was a brutal goaltender. So this again should, and we're at home now. We were on the road for that game. This should be a pretty easy win. With how we've been playing so far. Ooh, I'm almost at another upgrade point. With how we've been playing so far, that we shouldn't have any issues. Just walking in to this game against Montreal and just beating the crap out of them like we did Pittsburgh a few episodes ago. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead. Let's just jump into the Montreal game and see if we can continue our winning streak, which is now sitting at 4. And I think we've won like 7 of the last 8 or something. So actually, maybe not. I don't know. I just saw the losses there, and I don't know. So all right, we're here again with the Montreal game. 2 things to start with. I didn't take Potvin out, which is kind of fine. You know, he had a shutout, whatever. And Gagne off his hot streak, so he doesn't have the... Jesus, that's a weak goal to start Montreal. That's Guerin in the net now, too. So, Gagne off his hot streak, so he doesn't have the skater and the shooting badge next to his name at this point. Oh. Elbowing, eh? Don't see that too often. Oh, there we go. Go to 4-on-4 hockey. Saku Koivu with hair. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, I guess he touched it before it went in. Okay. Good job for Quintel there to actually touch that up. After that tough start, Guerin's actually settled in a little bit nicer here. So the end of the first, after that weak goal early, Guerin settled in pretty well. We're just dominating, but very penalty-filled first, too. Well, the early portion of the period is killing Montreal so far. Oh, Guerin almost scored on himself. Good lord. Oh, that one. So Montreal gets a late goal. 2-1 into the third. Otherwise, I mean, they've got 20 shots. They actually have been a little bit more competitive than we thought. But I don't see them tying this game up. But we're definitely going to need like an insurance goal before they hit that hero line period in the 10-minute mark. Oh, wow. Sednik, 27 goals already. I don't know how we ended up with just Ron Francis back there, but tie game. Not where I expected to be with this Montreal team. Oh, Guerin. Oh, what a save by Guerin. Oh, what's the penalty for? Roughing. My God, 17 for 209. And... okay, the fatigue is catching up to Felix Potvin. That's brutal. There we go. Okay, good. At least get to overtime. I was a little afraid that we were going to lose to Montreal right now with no goaltending. Alright, so we got it to OT after a rough third period for Felix Potvin, but I think that's just the fatigue catching up to him. He's been so good otherwise. But he's playing his 3rd consecutive game at fatigued, so I think we're going to see a lot of Pascal Leclerc in the next couple episodes, just to let Felix rest up. Oh, Lume, nice stop by Guerin there. Pretty much losing the game based on the fact that we don't start a hero line in overtime for whatever reason. But that's not a game we can lose again. Like, that's way beneath us. That's just annoying as heck. Shouldn't even came close to losing that game. We were dominating all the way through. So coming out of that game, we're still firmly in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference, and we now have a 5-point gap between us and the New Jersey Devils, which is awesome. It's helping us quite a bit. Pittsburgh is actually really sliding down the rankings here as the Rangers kind of get some steam, and they are our next opponent. Obviously, a really, really, really tough loss there. against Montreal. It's not a game I think we should ever lose. Probably don't lose it too often. You know what I mean? So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. In the next episode, we have games against the New York Rangers and the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo, we are getting to know quite well. I think this will be our third game against them. Actually, no, fourth game against them of the season. We played them in the first game of the season and got, pretty much dominated. But what we'll do before I leave you guys is I will go preview the New York Rangers and the Buffalo Sabres for this episode. So first up, Buffalo sitting 8th in the league. They are doing pretty freaking well. 22, 15, 3, and 8. They have a bunch of OT losses, which sucks for them. Boston is 9, actually. It's kind of crazy. Sitting at 55 points, which is, I think, probably good for it. They're below us in the conference. They're at 5th. But, of course, they're a point up on us as well. As for the New York Rangers, 19, 18, 5, and 5. Good for 48 points. They have not got much goaltending, but also they're a terrible team at home, and we are playing them in New York, so that should bode well for us, that they're having issues at home. But otherwise, a pretty 500 team. They are just, knocking on the door of the playoffs, but it's an opportunity for us to get 2 more points within our own division, so we're going to be looking to do that in the next episode. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. If you made it this far, I thank you very much. Next episode should be exciting. The Rangers, the Sabres, another top team, and coming up soon, too, with Washington again. So, actually, we have a little mini road trip here, but then we come back home. We're going to play Washington a bunch over the next little couple episodes. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hit subscribe to the channel down below. Like the video. Lots on the channel. Check out everything else that there's going on the channel. There's NHL 21 stuff at this time coming out. This has probably at this point been limited to 2 times per week. So you're getting this on Mondays and Fridays. And all the NHL 21 stuff coming out in between there. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there's lots going on the channel, guys. If you're coming here as a result of all the NHL 21 stuff, as I'm assuming the viewership is going to kind of jump a little bit. Due to that, I encourage you to check out all this stuff. Go back, check out all the 2003 stuff. Check out the 2004 stuff as well. So lots of good stuff all over the channel right now. Anyways, guys, that'll do it. Again, if you like the video, leave a like down below. Subscribe. Leave a comment if you've got some comments about the 2004 series or questions or whatever the heck you got down there. And, yeah, that'll do it for this episode. I think this is episode 23 or something. I don't even know. There's been so many episodes, but we're getting our way through it. We're midpoint of the year. We're almost at the trade deadline, and then starts the run to the playoffs. That will officially wrap up this episode. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you on the next one.